Hey everyone, hey YouTube, hey Twitch. This is Sangrit Nico speaking, and this is another episode of Road to Top 30 in Dune Imperium online. So let's jump straight into it and see what we have for our leaderboard. Leader selection. Oh, Baron is probably gonna be the one here. Not too much overthinking needed. Let's still have a quick look, but Armand would be nice as well to maybe snatch gene manipulation, but it's not Baron for sure. So let's not spend too much time on that and let our opponents choosing theirs. Yeah, Lito, Baron, Armand, they're definitely in my top 4 probably with Yuna, but Tessia is also a close contender, so maybe I should rather call it a top 5 because I wouldn't be exactly sure how I would rank them. Could be an idea for a short YouTube actually, because I've started doing those as well, AI generated videos with subtitles. All of that is AI generated, but the text, the script, or however we want to call it, the advice that I give, that is thought through and written by me. There I don't use AI at all, just to make it clear. And those are like just trying to give some tips, some opinions, some ideas of mine on several Dune related topics. And if you can gain something from it, it's a bit my objective is to try and make it useful and short. So we have quite a good hand here, balanced in the sense that just maybe switching a dagger and the convincing argument would have been nice, but overall I won't complain about that. We have yellow access. Basically what I call a balanced hand usually is one faction access, so that the other one is for hand 2, at least one yellow access and only one blue access, so that then the next hand has the same yellow access, blue access, faction access, and dagger and convincing argument are a bit up in the air. Okay, so smuggling maybe I would have gone for if it was open, but here, given the combat is for a victory point, we will trigger our master stroke first thing here and not let a chance to anyone grabbing it before us. And that is the usual Baron start. Oh, forgot to end my turn. What will we do now with our last agent? A great flat. That's an interesting call. In base game I fully understand it, that usually gets you the Soulmaster round 2 with a cell melange. But here I'm not exactly sure what Beast tries to achieve with that spice. I am a bit confused. We don't have that much of a choice. We could go to tech negotiation, but 6 or 5 persuasion does not seem to change much, although that might change by the time we get to buy cards. I'm not really willing to go to Arakin because in the off chance we get Seek allies, it's a bit of a waste. All the others I don't really, actually those 3 I wouldn't really want because I quite like having diversity in our next hand. So let's just go to card tag. We can't use a signet ability, but at least we get an intrigue card out of it. Strong arm could prove useful at some point. We will send in one more troop just to make sure in the off chance Beast has 2 daggers in hand, at least we don't die with him. Nobody has intrigue, so we are 100% or 99% sure, let's say, to win this conflict, which is quite a good start. But let's hope they get some things out of the way here, because I'm not a big fan of that Imperium roll. A power play would be nice. Chani is also quite nice. Don't mind her too much. Guild Administrator is also not too bad, but the Persuasion is what I'm not a big fan of. I really like high Persuasion cards. Yeah, okay, so anyways it's gone, so we will take Chani. Gives us back the water, gives us another Freeman access. I don't mind that at all, it's a good purchase for a first round. So that's the usual Baron start, I would say, getting to 3 points whereas everyone else is still at 1. But what I'm just not a big fan of for that is we are a bit behind when it comes to... Ah, true, that gives him a Swordmaster as well. I didn't see that one, but it is a smart play actually, for sure. Quite old school in the end, yeah, of course, it's a very base game pair of moves, but it does make sense. Yeah, what I was saying is it basically puts us a bit behind when it comes to Swordmaster money, but it seems even if we already had a couple, we would still not be able to get it this round nor next round, because Lito will get it. But I don't mind that too much. They left Fall Space open for us. That means we get shipping access. We have shipping access, so only thing is the daggers will be a bit of a waste in this hand. Do we want to strong arm it? Could actually make sense to get closer to that alliance. Yeah, let's do it. Anyways, we don't need that troop here. And next round I would hope that we can go back to shipping for a recall, and that will give us 2 troops plus 5 Solari plus the alliance, which yields us enough for a Swordmaster. Yeah, I mean, to the extent where we can't have an early Swordmaster, this is the best case scenario then, having shipping access early is quite unhoped for, but very much appreciated. Downside is we won't be able to buy anything here unless an extreme luck scenario where the Chome Delegate pops up, that 1-cost card that allows to infiltrate on yellow spaces and potentially reveals for 3 Solari. I don't understand how that one is just one, is just costing 1 persuasion, because to me it's at least worth 2, maybe even 3 to be honest when you look at some other 3-cost cards. But yeah, it's fine as well to have some of those cards a bit like obvious top picks. I don't mind that too much in games, but it's not happening here, so we will just reveal for nothing. Let's now really hope we get a triangle, a yellow access. We have 5 of those on 11 cards. Yeah, let's not jinx it, but it should be feasible. guild bankers. That I wouldn't mind, to be honest. Could be a very good pick. But let's see if we get there, because we probably won't be first on the reveal. Ah, actually... Wait, no, he took his high council, so he can't get to his swordmaster. Maybe we still get it this round, that would be quite nice. Is there something in the decks we would take? Maybe troop transports at this stage. There's a point at stake. And we are early with the shipping access, so we might get a couple more out of it. Yeah, I think I quite like that play. Now, Lito also has shipping access, but we should have it this round and next one as well, so it's not too bad, and I think it's still worth going for the troop transports, and then the goal would be to use the signet ring for Swordmaster, so that we keep our faction accesses. We have a bit too much, so it's a very nice hand, but too good of a hand, because look at what is waiting for us next round. That looks quite horrible. Yeah, let's take with Dune, because Chani also has no agent effect, so it's the same. Diplomacy can't use, false space, don't really want to waste it on a yellow space, so yeah, it makes sense to have it like that. So let's take the alliance for the Solari. And will leave us just enough as well to trigger the signet ring ability, so comes in quite handy there. Let's take troop transport, Solari, and we send in all 3 troops to try and claim that point. And even second, I mean 3 troops for second might be a bit expensive, but then again 2 water, in my book it usually is worth 2 water, I would say. These 2 is for Armand. Yeah, it's very positive start for us to also be able to get a Swordmaster round 3 after already 2 shipping. It's yeah, surprising to say the least, but I will absolutely not complain about that. So let's see, Lito ties us, but I would ideally go to Hardy Warriors, to be honest, also trying to claim that alliance, and if we can get both, that would be tasty. Yeah, I don't mind getting a Dreadnought out of that at some point, but it's unfortunately not going to be this round. Beast still has 3 agents, so that's a bit concerning when it comes to the combat, because he could easily... I mean, at least he doesn't have a big garrison, he doesn't have Hardy Warriors Water. So actually he can't do that much. He could come here with a signet ring and maybe send in 3 troops in total. So we should still be in a position to win it. Now I'm thinking, do we go to Hardy Warriors with diplomacy, leaving us just 2 persuasion? Or do we go with fall space and draw something? The risk there is I really don't want to draw Dune, because otherwise it means we say goodbye to shipping and Guild Bankers is gone, so I don't see that much value in getting 3 persuasion anyways. Let's just stick with the liaison, I guess, and keep fall space for future use. Yeah, I think I prefer going with diplomacy here. Actually, if we see that beast beats us, we could still retreat any number of troops. The problem is he's still got 2 agents, so we can't really know exactly what's going on when we will need to take that decision. But Leto having 7 plus an intrigue card, not ideal. Revealed for 4. Spice Trader. Yeah, I'm not that interested in the Chris Knife neither. It's not a bad card. There's 1 Solari as well, make it more interesting to play as an agent than Chani, for instance. But the reveal is a bit light, in my opinion. Oh, he took back his reveal. Didn't send any troop in. So yeah, I don't think we retreat anything. We could retreat 1 troop maybe, because if Leto has an ambush, he takes. If he's got that tactical whatever, he could tie us right there, and he might just do that to make sure we don't get much more of a lead than here. But no, let's not retreat. It's just 1 troop, and he could also have a tiebreaker or something a bit weaker that wouldn't be useful right there. But if we retreat 1 troop, he could overtake us with 2 swords on a combat card. So yeah, let's keep it that way, and worst case we lose a troop. So Beast did not use his last agent because he couldn't actually, yeah. Amazing, that's a pass from Leto, so that's another point for us. We take quite an early and healthy lead, but that's something quite typical with Baron, and then around those 6-7 VPs, usually it comes a bit to a halt, so we need to be careful about that and try to continue on that nice run we are on. We will do a double advance, although we probably won't have shipping next round because Leto is on it. Armand could get it now if he's really interested, but I would be surprised. I would think his priority now should be Swordmaster. But we can always go to smuggling, and that would be a useful recall for us as well. Chomerky would be nice, but not an absolute priority. The rest I'm not that interested in right now. We don't have our High Council seat yet, but that should be a plan soon as well. The dagger in the hand is actually not great. Only place we could use it as of now is tech negotiation. Not really sure I want to do that. Yeah, now Reconnaissance can only go to Siege Tower, but On the other hand, we are the only ones able to go there as it stands, so we should be able to go there quite certainly. Yeah, Lito will get his Swordmaster next. So I guess, yeah, we probably start with tech negotiation with the dagger if we want to play it. But I feel like we could get something out of that negotiator as well in the future. So between that and not playing an agent, I think it makes sense to just get it. Also that additional persuasion maybe will be happily spent at the end of the round. A very early reveal for Armand, who wants seemingly just Shai Hulud. I'm a bit puzzled. I'm not sure that one is really worth it at this stage and not for 2 agents, because he had the Menta as well. So here I feel like the goal for him would rather be getting that Swordmaster money ready for next round. And yeah, overall just develop a bit more of that agent game, but seems he favored the Shai Hulud there. Getting a water, I don't really mind there. Maybe we even go for a troop actually, because unless Lito goes to Hardy Warriors, the rest won't allow him to deploy anything. So if we get a water and 2 Solari out of that troop, would be quite a valuable engagement here. Commitment, should I say. That's a bit of a false friend with French, I think, because I am a French speaker. You probably heard it from my accent. And yeah, a couple of words sometimes I use come from French, and they sound good in English, but they don't mean the same. So that's a bit of a trick there. Appropriate, if we can get there, would be quite nice. That would actually mean we could recall, because I don't think we really want to go up. Problem is, going up means to get a deck we would need to choose a spice, unless we take Sonic Snoopers, but I'm not that interested in Sonic Snoopers. Those forecasts look much better to me. So yeah, no, I think we just recall here. I don't think we take the Fremen Alliance, because we have Chani for that, we have a couple of accesses, and combat spaces are always nice to visit in my book. So we rather take it with the Chom Delegate I was talking about earlier. Just too bad we can't snatch it. So we take the Solari and an influence bump with Emperor, because that's the one I probably won't really be willing to visit much. True, with our deck we could actually send them in, but I'm not sure we want to do that, because we can go up to 8 maximum. So no, we keep them. That's also a bit of a curious choice, starting with Desert Ambush. Feels like better to start with or at least the most wanted card, which should be the Delegate rather, and then look what pops up behind it. Because in that case I would very much have preferred the Voice over Desert Ambush, especially for the 2 persuasion, but also for that agent effect that can be very useful, to be honest. Blocking a Hayliner or a shipping allows you typically to pick up some spice here if there is bonus spice, and block shipping for your next round, so next agent turn, should I say. So it can set up some very nice plays. Whereas Desert Ambush, yes, you can get some value out of it, but it's much more situational, I feel like. Okay, it's not a great hand, but given we want to probably go to High Council, it's not the worst either. But again, it will leave us a lot of choice for next hand. Probably those 4 cards are very interesting to play. Appropriate, we can't get value out of the agent effect yet. But yeah, let's see if we get there. Not that interested in that combat, so I think we can... Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, because here it would have been a good moment to visit maybe secrets, get a bit of influence in those less combat-oriented spaces. But it seems it won't happen here. Oh, power play would be a good one to get. To be fair, Smugglesopter as well. Oh wait, when did he... Oh, he snatched it from his... yeah, that's a good play. We couldn't do anything anyways here, but maybe we should have taken it last round with our appropriate. Didn't see that one coming. Dreadnought, no shipping, that's amazing for us. I don't mind that. And he's chasing us there? That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really happy with that because I would want to focus on the others, yet yeah, they do it right in the end to compete with us because we are leading here, so they kind of want to slow us down, and that's in the end what they kind of are doing here with taking the Fremen alliance, chasing us on the Spacing Guild. Let's see a bit what everyone bought just to... maybe he's got the delegate. Let me see his discard afterwards. Nothing giving double influence gains yet, right? Just the power play in the Imperium row, but nobody picked it up yet. Typically, if Leto gets to it, he would be able to get it back in one move, but he's got 11 cards in his deck, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Probably gonna secure that alliance a bit better, at least that's what I would be doing there. Yes. Okay, so we probably won't be chasing there. Oof, no, he already has a high council seat, so that's fine. I was scared a bit that he would take it away from us. Should we actually do a research station? There's 1, 2, 3 cards that don't really want to draw. We should though get... We have 11 persuasion for 8 cards, so it should get us technically 4 persuasion. So it puts us at 6 plus 2, 8, yeah, no. Unless we get lucky, but I'm not sure we want to count on luck here. So let's first get the High Council seat, see what everyone else does, and probably send a reconnaissance to Carthage, or yeah, let's see when it comes to that. Yeah, Chomarki would be a nice one to pick up, to be honest. Let's see if next round Leto is still not interested in shipping. That would gift it to us. Because we won't really need more Solari at this stage. We have High Council, Swordmaster. We can buy a Dreadnought probably in our next agent turn. Just send it in to get 2 or 4 Solari out of it for free. I say for free because then the Dreadnought comes back to your garrison as long as you don't win the conflict. Otherwise, obviously, you would lose it for one round. But losing it for next round is not the worst neither. It's not round 7 yet, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, so he had the Chom Delegate, that's why he didn't go there first thing, but I'm still not sure it was a perfect play because it allowed us to go there, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, let's not go for water, we have 2 of those, so let's rather... Okay, well, that's in the end like a siege tower, but we get to keep the water secret. Funny. So yeah, we don't really want to win it. We should get 4 Solari, which sounds pretty good to me. And I need to pay attention as to who is buying the power play, because if it's Leto, we definitely need to protect it better than what we did right now. Actually, overall, we need to protect it better because Leto has that signet ability that allows him to catch up, and using basically the signet ring on the recall here would allow him to also get a double bump regardless. Does he have his signet ring? Okay, he played it as well. Oh yeah, right, because that's how he got the bump now. So we should be still safe to at least recall and get it from there. Here it is an interesting situation. I really like the Smuggler Thopter, but I feel like the shadows could give us some more value. And the voice, we were talking so highly of it before. I will take it for sure. Typically what I like within the shadows is, for instance, just revealing, but that sounds quite obvious, but what I really find powerful is going to selective reading with the card and trashing your in the shadows out of your discard gives you already the point, for instance, or allows you to get a double influence bump, which might allow you to get the alliance or whatever else in terms of catching up with an opponent. Okay, we have a lot of yellow accesses here and none for next round, so let's see. I mean, by then we probably will draw another couple of cards here and maybe we will get it. So, could use appropriate actually to get, yes, I quite like that, to get Chomerky with Solari. But that means we need to recall and get our influence there, and I'm not sure we can afford doing that right now. Sucks a bit. Or do we? So we have 3 agents. Oh, okay, so he takes the alliance regardless. Okay, no, that saves us some trouble, to be fair. I was still looking into maybe going to Fall Space instead of Wealth to recall here. Yeah, like some tweaks to still defend the alliance, but here I think it's fair. I don't really care that much at this stage. We will then do appropriate. Recall. Get some troops in, I think, because there's a lot. So let's do this. Probably take the spies. Yeah, let's take the spies. Let's buy Chomerky. Sleeper must awaken, amazing. That's maybe why I shouldn't have chosen the spice before, because, yeah, true, I should have first uncovered the cards here. Yeah, let's send in. I know it's round 6, but it's a victory point, and it could be valuable to us. And we have Chani, so we could also retreat them if we keep it for the reveal, which we might, to be fair, because we could potentially chase for a Spice Must Flow here. Fold Space and Signaturing being our last 2 cards we play. Signaturing to draw those 3 cards with Research Station. That's 5 Persuasion, -1, 4. Yeah, that's 10. And then Fold Space would give us an additional card we draw. Means our deck mixes into this, which is not ideal though. Unless we play Fold Space to Selective Breeding instead of Signaturing to Research Station. Draws us those 3 cards and does not mix back our deck. Could make sense. But I think we would still keep in the shadows and rather trash a dagger at this stage. Because in the shadows could allow us to maybe fight for that alliance typically. And getting that alliance while visiting a combat space, which would be feasible within the shadows, is valuable because those are additional 2 troops we could deploy immediately. If, let's say, you go to Carthage or a city space with in the shadows, and you were already at this stage, then discarding a card to get the bump here allows you to also send in those 2 troops, obviously. So that's something I quite like, especially with that alliance, is to try and trigger it, let's say, from a distance when you're on the combat space. What actually was uncovered here? Shuttle fleet. Okay, so Research Station is gone. Could also go for the Great Flat, because that would leave us enough spice for a Hayline around 7, although Armand also has enough, but we would be playing before him. Leto is at 9 already. Yeah, I don't hate the Great Flat there, but means we are at 8 and then we will still be missing another 2 spies for the sleeper. And I quite like also Selective Breeding actually. Yeah, but that means we probably give up on the conflict here. Let's do Carthage, I think. I prefer trying to fight for it here. Okay, we need to play the Water Peddler. Quid pro quo could be useful at some point. Here, you can only play the Sleeper Must Awaken. Kinda need to because it's too valuable to get stolen. So let's do it and let's send in all we can. And yeah, we will probably keep Chani to retreat any number that we feel appropriate in case we see ourselves losing. Because everyone gets to play their last agent before us. And as such, once they reveal, we should be in a position to know where everyone stands. Except maybe Beast, who's got 3 intrigues there. But yeah, let's see. Spending the Sleeper Must Awaken spice means we can't go to Selective Breeding. So maybe it is a bit compromised for Spice Must Flow, but then again, Bindu Suspension, drawing, plus Fold Space drawing, could bring us over the line if we don't draw Diplomacy. Alright, Armin didn't have his Soul Master, so he's gonna be last to play. But he's the one I'm least afraid of in terms of conflict, so I don't mind having to reveal before his reveal, but he'll still play his last agent before we reveal, so that's fine. Yeah, we are a bit stuck on those 7 points here. That's a bit the problem we had already before. So he's at 13 now. That's the historical, let's say, problem of Baron, is getting that early start, but everyone obviously after that works a bit against you. That alliance taken before we got it, that alliance stolen from us. That's good work from them and necessary, but that's also what means, or what brings Baron into those kind of complicated situations. Feel like secrets could make sense here. I don't think anyone has infiltrate, or at least not as a card, maybe as an intrigue, but meaning we can probably afford not playing Bindu Suspension right now and see what we draw as an intrigue, and worst case just burn it at our reveal. Maybe it's not going to be burning it, because if we draw anything but diplomacy now, and we could get a shot at the Spice Must Flow, so let's put it rather that way. Let's see what we get as an intrigue, because actually with the Master Stroke we might still have a chance at winning the conflict. Ixian Probe might actually bring us to a Spice Must Flow combined with Bindu Suspension. And actually, now that we don't have any agents, I will pass my turn to see what Armand reveals. It's free. Because yes, I think it should work. Bindu, we draw a card. So that's 8. And then Ixian, we can discard Diplomacy and Dune, which actually will then be mixed again with our deck. So that's fine by me to have Diplomacy in there. We will be missing those 2 though, because those can be good cards, but yeah, we can't have everything. But I think that should bring us to a Spice Must Flow, right? Here, we have still 3 cards with 0 persuasion, so... But yeah, we have to try it, and it will be necessary, otherwise we might just be subject to a steal. Unless we play Master Tactician anyways, actually. Let's see what Leto reveals here, because he's got 0 intrigues, so he's at 13 right there. If he's not got anything more, we could count on the Master Tactician, but Beast is close and he's got 3 intrigues, so... And he's gonna be the first one to play a potential combat card, so if we see him playing and we can't even tie him, then we kinda need to burn it for 2 Solari, which wouldn't be great. Especially now that he did that, he's probably fishing for some better cards there. Okay. Well, that puts him too far for us. So we can use the Chinese effect actually to retreat all our troops, just keep the Dreadnought in there. Could we? No, we can't retreat the Dreadnought anyways, but I wouldn't want to do that anyway. Oh, shifting allegiances. Yeah, so let's... do we confirm? Maybe not, because if we really don't get to a Spice Must Flow, then we could get shifting allegiances at least. So let's decline and let's do Ixian Probe here. No, and we draw Diplomacy again. That's unfortunate. But at least we get to 9, so that's a positive, but it means our deck looks a bit horrible there. Yeah. Anyways, not much we can do about that now. So we will retreat. It's a lot of troops though, but it can be helpful. We could at least, with 3 committed agents, which we might be doing because of that deck has a lot of like non-faction spaces, so we kind of have to play there anyways. So it's maybe not the worst to have already garrison troops for it. We kind of have a Hayliner worth plus those 2 additional garrison troops in there, so we could send all of that in with 3 agents. Problem is, kind of can't use in the shadows agent effect because we don't have to influence with Bene Gesserit yet. But as a reveal we will get it, that's a bit positive there. And then we might be able to set up a play at some point to get a Crit Proco double alliance, would be nice. But let's see, that's still very far away, but it would be a bit of a plan there. No one took the shifting allegiances. Did Armand not have enough? Ah, he took... Okay, Gurney Halleck. Might make sense, to be honest, at this stage of the game. It should be more combat-oriented, so... but then again, it would yield him a free alliance. He's, let's say, not really full of influence, so it couldn't hurt him neither to get a bit more out of it. Okay, so could get the Menta. That would allow us to draw maybe another card, because in the shadows we don't really want to play it. So we have only 2 cards for agent, for combat spaces. Let's see what we draw with that. Probably Dune as the planet. Could also do a research station. Nobody has water or enough water, so we could keep that for our next agent. So my plan here is probably the voice to Arakin, blocking Menta. Then we can get dagger to Menta. Will draw us 2 cards already, so we should at least have 1 Dune. We could play as well. Then reconnaissance to research station to see what we do with our last agent. Yeah. And that's typically the kind of play where the voice is really useful, because you don't have to prioritize. You can do, I mean, you can shift your priorities, let's say, because here otherwise I would probably have gone for Menta first thing. Actually, I didn't realize, but did he put his dreadnought on top of his flag? That's a bit counterproductive. I do that usually to troll at the very end of the game when it's useless, but here it feels a bit like a waste, to be fair. Because he could have blocked our Imperial Basin, for instance, or gotten another spice here, Solari from this controlled space. Okay. Actually, we shouldn't go looking too far into next round, because this gives us a point, the reveal, And the research station would give us a point as well, so that should be 10. We don't have any alliance, so we can't lose any point anyways. But yeah, let's still try to fight for the combat at the same time, because I feel like we could make something happen there. Oh, that is a very smart play. I got to do that once to someone, and I forgot about the fact that someone else had the voice. Because if you block the same spot, kind of means I can't go there now, and he will get to go there next round if he wants to. But it's not too much of a loss. Reconnaissance to research station is much more important to us than the Menta here. Yeah, we're only at 8 though, so yeah, I should have counted it, because indeed we knew what we were drawing the first 2 cards. That's not great. Dagger to tech negotiation would give us that last persuasion we're missing, but it means we kind of give up on the combat, or at least for the first place. Yeah, he took the Manta, so that was a funny play. 1 spice must flow on Beast, and that's it. Yeah, us buying a second one means we deny for sure a second potential point if anyone has a corner of the market. We had quite a variety of points here. Sleeper must awaken, 1 spice must flow, 2 conflict wins. We had to innovate a bit after our alliances were taken away from us. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely not going to be achievable for us. Thankfully no one went to tech negotiation. That should still allow us to snatch a win. Although, wait, Beast could have a grand conspiracy that would yield him just 1 point, because he doesn't have 4+ influence in 2 factions, better. So I don't see much of a risk to finish the game here. We could take Hollow Projector. Does it help us? Not really, actually, now that we came here. Because we could shift that one away, draw something else, but we would still be at 9. Persuasion or whatever more that we have, it's not really worth it. So let's keep that 1 spice. Everyone is quite low on spice, so if it comes to a tiebreaker, it's maybe better. One spice must flow for Lito, but that's his first. So, send my usual GG message with a bit of an ad for my channel. By the way, if you're here and not yet subscribed, if you could like and subscribe, would really be so valuable to me and my channel. I would really appreciate that, and it would also give me the strength to keep going and sharing my Dune journey. So yeah, hope I'll see you around again for as successful as games as we see here. Let's not jinx it, but it seems pretty close to a win for us. Let's actually make a deck roundup, because I didn't realize he had 3, nothing endgame related. Could have an endgame card, but it wouldn't yield much more than 1 point for him anyways. Beast will win that conflict, so that's 2 points. He's on 7, and I don't think he can have an intrigue that is worth 2 points. So worst case, he's got 2 endgame cards for 1 point each, so that would be 9 for him. And Armand with 5 is probably not going to be able to catch up on us with just 2 intrigues. No, it's not feasible. Oh wow, yeah, not being in the conflict here with that much swords on reveal must hurt a bit. That's a grand conspiracy for 1 point. And that's game. Amazing. We won another one here. We are on a hot streak here. I won much more than 25 games. I could check one, but it looks weird. I have my my recap of all my last 2 seasons games, and even there I already have more than 25, pretty sure. Anyways, I don't mind an achievement. Maybe it's just because they popped it out recently and they just counted the wins since that coming up. Now we are rank 32, and it means we get to 1640 elo, which is pretty nice. Let me actually join the next one. I mean, let's continue the live, why not? If it's such a good timing for it, let me just do a very quick and I'll be back.